Welcome to the first episode of the IESP podcast, and that stands for Institute for Estate Sale Professionals. I am the founder of the Institute. My name is Jenna Pecor, and I also own Generosity Estate Sales, spelled like my name, Jenna Rocity. And I've been doing estate sales in Grand Prairie, Texas since 2015. And I have been teaching estate sale providers and new estate sale providers and existing people that have been in the resale ecosystem that wanted to grow into do an estate sale, how they can start and operate an estate sale company. And I've been doing that for 6 years. And so the Institute is a new venture for me. It is something that has been on my mind for quite some time. It is an expansion of just the general, starting an estate sale company. The Institute is going to be a place for a lot of different types of professional learning, certifications, um, things that we have not had access to in the estate sale industry that since I have been around. I mean, I have been doing this for almost 12 years, and there has been nothing that I've come across that's really spoken to me um, that has said this education that I'm providing you is on the forefront of what's going on in trends and on the forefront of what's going on in technology and social media and all these things that are going on in the reseller ecosystem right now. There's been nothing like that I've found as an estate sale provider, and that's what I'm trying. That's the gap that I'm trying to fill for other providers throughout the country. And so, a lot of the education that we've had access to has focused very heavily on appraising, which to me isn't even what we do. Like, appraising is not the line of work that we're in, and yet we focus so much of our educational energy on it. Or state regulators that don't really know what it is that estate sale providers actually do. People like in Illinois that say to do estate sales, you have to have an auctioneer's license, which is not even in the same realm of what we do, except that it's just in the reselling ecosystem. And I think that there needs to be more of a formal gap that kind of fills in those gaps about what we do and how we do it, but also how we as estate sale providers can stay on top of what we do as a business. And I feel like that's the biggest gap is just you can do an estate sale. Anybody can do an estate sale. Somebody can just do one for their family. The question is, how do you operate an estate sale business that grows and is profitable, that is efficient, and that makes its operations better as it goes so that you can scale your business and you can grow your business and you can be a great fiduciary for your client and do the things that are in the best interest of your client. These are all things that I feel like we need, and that's what I really want to feel in the institute is that. I want to kind of show you just uh, the site because I want you to see kind of how I have it separated out. So this is something that I've also never seen anybody else do. There are different stages of an estate sale business. Okay, when you start off and you're just starting off as a new estate sale company, there's a lot of things you don't know. You need to learn how to create a contract. You need to learn how to operate an estate sale efficiently. You need to learn pricing strategies. You need to learn how to stage. Um, you need to learn how to generate leads. All these basics that you need to understand. And we don't even have those really out there. I mean, my course has been out there, but I mean, it hasn't been to this. I haven't diversified it as much as I will in the institute. But we also have those estate sale companies out there that have been operating for a while, maybe 2 to 10 years, that may have learned some pretty bad habits over those course of time. They've maintained their ability to do estate sales, but they're not operating at the level to which they would either want to or that they could be if they had the professional and the continuing education training that I would like to provide to them. We also don't have any estate sale training about scaling an estate sale business. And this is, how do you train your employees or your contractors? How do you create standards of practice for your business model? How do you create different revenue streams? And how do you incorporate that into your estate sale business and make sure there's no conflicts of interest with your client whenever you have a antique booth and also an estate sale company? These are the kinds of things that we need to be talking about, because I'll tell you right now, people out there on social media are talking about them all the time. And I think that estate sale providers, like myself, I'm guilty of this myself, are so busy working in our business that we never work on our business. And quite honestly, we don't even know the things that we don't know that we could be improving on. We don't even know that that's a hole in our knowledge base. It wasn't until I started really digging into like analytics, as an example. I started really paying attention to my estate sale analytics, and I realized I've been operating an estate sale company for 8 years and didn't even know what kind of sales I was doing on like my Thursdays, on my Fridays. So once I started digging into that, I realized how I could increase my ability to make more money at all my sales. That wasn't even something that crossed my mind before, and it crosses my mind now, and I know for a fact that that's a lot of the struggles. Those are the kinds of things that a lot of you out there as estate sale professionals are dealing with. um or how about, maybe you've been doing estate sales for a while and you're not making as much money as you'd like to make on all of your sales. They're not as profitable as you'd like them to be. Maybe you've had a lot of stuff left over at recently, like you're just going through this period where it's like, I can't get people to come to my sales anymore. They used to come all the time and now they don't come anymore. And you're ending your sales with a lot more stuff left than you ever have before. These are all problems that all of us have, but we just don't talk about them. And there's nowhere out there for us to really like learn better ways. And that's what this is for. That's what this institute was designed to do. Um, Technology is another big one. I mean, this is one of the courses that's coming. Technology for estate sale operators is, we have so many new ways of doing things out there in the world, and yet we as estate sale providers are still doing things the exact way that we've always done them. Um, I think to myself, the way that we advertise for our sales, when there's so many resellers out there that are specific resellers of specific items, we generally put out marketing into the world with the hopes that someone that is going to buy these things is going to come to our sales. But we don't do specific marketing to the resellers that exist around us that could be coming to our sales and purchasing these items. And we don't use technology for that. We even have advertising platforms that still don't even use AI. I mean, estatesales.net does not use AI at all. They don't identify anything on there. So that's why we need new software systems and we need new people that are out there. And we've got one specifically I've been talking to a lot lately. His name's Andy. He's created estatesalefinder.net, and it's astonishing the amount of things that I realize the detriment that has been in our business models, because of the holes that exist. We have been operating in archaic ways, and we could be doing so many different things better and differently. And so that's what this is all going to be there to do. Um, and so these three different pathways, you have your estate sale foundations, your professional development for existing estate sale operators, and then your business scaling. This is going to reach whatever phase you are in your particular business model. There is courses out there for you, and there will continue to be courses that grow out there for you. I'm going to have experts that come on that are guest instructors. They are guests on the podcast so that we can talk more about how we can all get better at what we do and take advantage of this huge market that's going on right now. I mean, it's just crazy how many people are out there shopping at estate sales, and it's always been that way, but there's something different right now that I've never seen before. There's just this explosion of loving vintage and loving all the nostalgic things that we find in the house, and understanding that old ladies have the best stuff. I was watching apartment therapy the other day, and I saw this gal. She was talking about lamps she bought. She goes, I love estate sales because old ladies have the best stuff. Yes, they absolutely do. And so, um, but we need people, and we need more buyers and shoppers that are not just your typical estate sale shoppers, but people that are out there in the world to be able to shop at our sales um, the way that they do at a Target. And there's ways to do that. We just haven't ever seen the solution to that problem before. But there's people out there that are trying, and I'm one of them. Andy's one of them, and we're gonna try to connect those two things together for all of you out there that would just really like to improve your business and do things better. So this is the course. These are some of the courses I'm offering. I'll go into more specifics later, but the first and foremost is estate sale project management. This is going to be how to have how do you do a sale the most efficient and profitable way that you can. And even if you've been doing sales for 5 years, you may have been doing it. You may have started in bad habits and you've continued into bad habits. And there's a better way. There is a better way to do this, and this is laying that out for you. So that's one of the first courses that I ever taught was estate sales, and as a project management tool. So that is that is the institute in a nutshell. And this will be, like I said, the first episode. There'll be more where I talk more about all the different things that we're doing. But yeah, I would love for you to either subscribe to this channel. You can also come to Institute for Estate Sale Professionals.org. You go to the contact us screen, you can subscribe to the mailing list so that you can get all the updates of things going on that we're doing. And then also you can email me or give me a call or shoot me a text message if you have more questions about any of the course offerings, or you would like to be a part of what I'm trying to accomplish, either as a guest on the podcast or as a business partner, um, in terms of reselling ecosystem. So that you can be a voice. You can maybe join us on in one of the courses to be an expert for people. So I invite all of you to become a part of what we're doing, which is give this industry a much needed upgrade, because that's what we need right now is a much needed upgrade, so that we can do things a better way than what we've always done in the past. So look forward to seeing you out there. Bye.